Cape Town City Hall still playing the background, of course, to what we're going to be seeing a little bit later on. That is the State of the Nation address by President Cyril Ramaphosa. Iman Rapetti deciding to join me in the studio finally. You've crisscrossed Cape Town, haven't you, this morning?
Oh, I feel like I've clocked up those Voyager miles, but it's all been incredibly important, incredibly worth it. There are things that we need to seriously think about. When I reflect on a conversation, and let me just include the third person in our studio, by the way. This is the EFF's national spokesperson, Thembi Msane. Thanks for being with us. I'm just reflecting on where we've been this morning, starting our broadcast in Khayelitsha, talking to people who live in the community, have lived there for almost 30 years, going out for a jog, not knowing if you're going to make it back home safe in the evening, trying to start businesses but being extorted, not far away in Nyanga. 4 families losing 4 beautiful little boys in a sinkhole because there's no recreational places for them to play. And even though we can marvel at this beautiful, 100-year building behind us, the City Hall, that has seen so much history, including Mandela announcing effectively the start of the birth of a new democratic nation, that promise is not evident in the people's homes, in many homes across our country. And maybe that's a good point to start off with, Thembi, is that as a political party, when you reflect on the most important priority of the business of government today in this moment, what is it that's top of mind for you?
Well, what you witnessed today, this morning, it's the daily lives of South Africans. What you witnessed this morning is the real state of the nation, of this country. And as the economic freedom fighters, we were founded on 7 non-negotiable cardinal pillars, which is expropriation of land without compensation, give back the land to our people. The recreational areas shouldn't be a crisis because there is land that is lying fallow, owned by an individual who lives in Europe somewhere, who cannot be located, and they cannot use that land as government.
But that's an exceptional example, right? It's not the norm. What is the biggest obstacle in the way of making more land parcels available for people to purchase and for government to build quality, long-lasting homes for people?
Well, what is happening currently is that South African land is lying in the hands of people, like I'm saying, they are unknown, right? There's no way that you can't expropriate land to build quality houses. People living in Camps Bay, just nearby from here, they live in mansions. But if you like you went to Langa, they are living in shacks, they are living in squalor, they are living in inappropriate homes. The current state of our sewages system has not been revamped in years. So the current infrastructure, that the ones we even inherited, is dilapidating under the hands of the current government, and now to add the GNU. So the only solution that we see as the economic freedom fighters is vote for a caring government, is vote for a government where you can already see their service delivery. As, for example, if you check now, there's an uprising in Gauteng. Joburg used to be known as a city that even when you speak about it internationally, people will know that, I'm going to South Africa when I'm going to Joburg. But the people in the biggest hub of this country, which is Johannesburg, currently do not have a basic need, which is water.
So did you shower? I mean, I know you showered today because you've been in Cape Town the last 2 days.
Yes, thankfully. Yes, I
Lucky he didn't have to go to a hotel to get a shower.
I knew you were going to go there. Speaking of, maybe just reflect on that. I mean, there's a lot of conversation, and this is about tonality. It's about, again, saying things, trying to approximate yourself with people who are suffering, but it landing in because the questions are, I mean, did you shower alone? Did you hire a hotel for the whole day? Did your protectors also have a chance to get showered and so on? And are you as the EFF going to jump onto that in this election year and make something of it?
No. Our focus is our successors. As you may know, we are running the Department of Water and Sanitation in the city of Ekurhuleni, and they have been identified. We've been identified identified as the Gauteng water champions when it comes to water demand services. So we've called all the metros. We are teaching them what needs to be done. How do you invest back into infrastructure? How do you change policies in making sure that you have running water all the time? We've had interruptions from Rand Water when they are doing upgrades. You can't say they cannot do upgrades because that is an important part of deliveries. So when they do upgrades, the city of Ekurhuleni has invested in infrastructure to say that we can have reserves for more than 48 hours, for more than 4 days even, when we don't get direct supply, which is something we cannot say about Johannesburg.
Do you think that's the case? Do you think that's exactly what's happening? Is that there's a miscommunication here with understanding how the process works? Because government will say, well, we give to Rand Water, for example. Rand Water will say the municipalities are then the responsible party here. But in that entire process, we forget about storage. It's not just that it gets pumped all the way through, but there's actual storage, and that the storage facilities themselves are a great infrastructure backlog. Do you think that might be the issue now?
So apart from storage, there's going to be an issue of non-revenue water, meaning that your pipelines that are meant to deliver the water to our people have holes. The water just runs down the streets of Johannesburg. The response time to go and fix that leak when someone says my meter is leaking, the response, that's all water that should be going to customers, and then they end up prioritizing certain customers even with the wastage. So the city of Ekurhuleni currently is sitting at 29% non-revenue water, and the national standard is 25%, which is our current target. But the city of Johannesburg is sitting at 40%. So that means that it's 40% of the water that they cannot bill for, but gets provided by Rand Water. So how are they going to even pay Rand Water if they are not billing the customer? Because you can't bill a customer if they don't get the water.
Well, Tembi, I know we're going to get reaction from the EFF after the State of the Nation address, as is customary, later on tonight at 7 o'clock. So we'll see you then for all of that reaction a little bit later.